Hi guys, let's get straight into this video. I'm gonna be releasing these snake jelly eye patches that I put on from Rodial. This is the packaging that they came in. Best things about these are they do not move, you guys. So if you're looking for eye patch, ooh, my under eyes look good. Wow, this is unlike any other eye patch I've ever used. Doesn't leave a bunch of like residue. It just really absorbs into the skin, and I'm pretty sure if I left these on for the full 30 minutes, wow, these look good. I'm gonna be taking Rodial's Dragon's Blood Essence Mist, and I'm gonna spritz my face with this before I proceed to add the rest of the skin prep. I'm almost forgetting that I have makeup on right now. Like usually I really am super used to like doing things on a super bare face, but I went ahead and I concealed with the Nars Soft Matte Concealers in the shades Amande and Biscuit. I will not be using these underneath my eyes because the shades that were sent to me, they were too dark, so I do need to get a lighter shade. I ended up picking up Biscuit on my own, but it was way too pink, so I have to mix Amande and Biscuit together to get like the perfect cleaning up situation for my brows, and I didn't want to share that on here because the main focus of this video is the foundation. Next, I'm going to be applying this Weleda Skin Food Moisturizer. Use a really nice stipple duo brush from Morphe to apply this. Going in with this Green Goddess Glow Oil from Milani. I'm going to take one drop and one drop. Now I'm going to take this Real Techniques stippling dual fiber brush as well. If you guys haven't noticed already on my channel, I'm obsessed with Real Techniques brushes, and I'm obsessed with duo fiber stippling type of brushes for skin prep. Here we are with the Nars Foundation. This is what they look like up close. The packaging is like this beautiful matte packaging. You truly cannot tell what shade it is just by looking on it on the outside. This is what it looks like from the side. Has the names on the top right here. So the first shade I'm gonna be applying is Tahoe. The applicator, like it's a squeeze tube, so it looks like this. This is what the entire packaging looks like. Comes with a squeeze tube, and so I'm just gonna drop it on my little plate here. I'm gonna take my brush from Bakerie, and I'm just gonna apply this in the center of my face and really just work this in. This shade is it's just not the perfect match for me. The shades I was sent, they were too dark for me. I will be swatching them for you guys at the end so that you guys can see what they look like. Or I might have to wait until a whole nother video because I'm pretty sure you guys want to see it swatched on my face. But I just first do a light little layer of Tahoe, and then I'm going to go in with Caracas. I went ahead and poured some on the palette as well. This one again is Caracas, and I'm just going to apply this on like the outer portions of my face and kind of just on top of Tahoe. I don't really know how to explain it. Like Tahoe's too orangey yellow, and then Caracas is very peachy. So I'm using a dry Juno & Co sponge, and I'm just pressing this into my skin quite aggressively. This foundation does dry down really fast, so like you have to work pretty fast. But because I did have like a super hydrating base, it's not drying down as fast as it normally would. How are we feeling about the matte so far? I really like to take my time to blend because that's how you really get your foundation to look super skin-like. It's like you're kind of pressing it into your pores, if that makes any sense. And don't forget here as well. So this is what everything is looking like. I went ahead and I added just like the teensiest little bit on the back of the sponge, and then I just like pressed it into my skin. So now I'm just gonna zoom in so that way you guys can see what everything looks like before I go ahead and add like concealer and like cream bronzer. It has really good coverage. Now, it depends on what you're trying to cover. This can definitely be built up to like a full coverage foundation. It feels super comfortable on the skin. Look at what, this is gorgeous. Okay, so like I said, okay, so can you see like the skin? The skin? I just really want you guys to really see this foundation. Like, I don't even want to put anything else on. Like, I'm done. But let's get into concealing and everything like that. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Set Plus Refresh Spray. You guys, I've been using the heck out of this baby. Like, it is such a good spray. The packaging is gorgeous. Like, do you see how much is gone? This kind of just helps make things blend better, helps just revive the face and not make it so like dry. Oh my gosh, I could just spray this all day. But do you guys see kind of what it did to my skin? Like, now it's more skin-like. I'm going to be taking the Juvia's Place concealer. This is in the shade 13. And what I'm actually going to be doing is, again, putting it on the plate and just applying some like so. And then I'm going to take a brush and apply it underneath my eyes. The reason why I'm going in with this concealer, one, the undertone of this, the shade is just chef's kiss. It is phenomenal, and it is very hydrating. So like, this is a matte foundation. I'm gonna want to use a nice and creamy liquidy concealer right off the bat, especially if I want it to kind of sit for a little bit and not dry down and become super hard to blend. Instead of applying it with the applicator, Harush, you guys go watch her channel. Like, you just study her videos and you will become a master. That's all I have to say. She's literally giving out free master classes. Those videos should cost money. Like, now I'm going to take my Morphe brush and I'm going to now begin to blend out underneath my eye. I'm going to be going in with another concealer. I know you guys are going to be like, girl, you're crazy. But I really do love the combination of a matte and a like super creamy concealer. Morphe Fluidity concealer. Go in with C3.55 underneath the eyes, just right here. This is more of like a super natural color. So the thing about the Morphe Fluidity concealer, it is so full coverage. It really, really is. It's just super matte. So I love pairing the Morphe concealer with like super creamy liquidy concealers. And I really love the undertone of the concealer shades that I do have. Like, it just looks so pretty. And then I'm gonna go in one more time with C3.35. Just a little right here. I let it sit for a little bit so it got even more of a fuller coverage since I let it sit for a second. I had to go, let me zoom in. Even though this isn't a Morphe concealer video, but I just want you guys to see what everything's looking like, just in case people are like, girl, that's way too much concealer. Take my Chanel powder. This is in the shade 30, and this is what it looks like. So luxurious. And I'm gonna take the Chanel powder puff. So this is what it looks like, the shade 30. And I'm just gonna take the Chanel powder puff. And I'm just like lightly patting under the eye. So now that I've set my under eye with the Chanel powder, I'm gonna be going in with this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and this Beauty Blender puff. And I'm going to set my face. I do have oily skin, and I really did prep my skin very well, to the point like it was super moisturizing. So me kind of going back in with powder isn't anything kind of like crazy. Here is the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This is in the color 03 Tan, and this is what it looks like. And I'm just gonna be applying this with the smaller part of this Persona Cosmetics brush. Tap off the excess, and I'm just gonna kind of smile and just kind of go like this when applying it. It's a super like neutral bronzer. It's not super warm or orangey. And I'm just gonna take my time and really get that in, and then I'm gonna take that same side where I took the Beijing Gal one and just use this to toast my edges, my forehead. Alright, so here's the finished look. I went ahead, didn't do anything too crazy, didn't do any eyeshadow, just put on some big fluffy lashes, a matte lippy, no mascara, no eyeliner, no bottom lashes, no nothing, honey. This is strictly a matte face, which is something that I have simply been loving. If you guys have made it this far into the video, you guys are here for my final thoughts, obviously. So this is what the PR package had looked like, and it came with 3 soft matte concealers and 3 of the soft matte foundations. They sent me Bellum, Macao, and Caracas, and then like Walnut, Truffle, and Amande in the concealers. Everything was too dark. Like everything was too dark for me, so I had to go in store and I had to go purchase Tahoe. So that's how I found out that Tahoe and Caracas were my perfect match. The shade Moria. There's certain shades that I wasn't sent, so I don't know if I do have a perfect match out there in this new Nars Soft Matte Foundation, but I do know in the Natural Radiant Longwear, I'm the shade Tahoe and Caracas mixed together, so it definitely does transfer over. I don't mind having to mix 2 shades. I honestly don't. As long as I get my shade, I'm happy. Like, I have nothing to complain about. The concealer is amazing. I use this to carve my brows. Again, the shades were too deep, so I couldn't use it under my eyes. I do plan on picking them up in lighter shades so that I can demo it for you guys, because the concealer, I have tried it under the eyes. It works amazing. It's full coverage and it's so easy to blend. But as far as the foundation, you guys, it is long wearing, it is medium to full coverage, and it looks so beautiful. I am going to be doing another video where I'm going to actually be swatching all the shades that was sent to me, the concealers and the foundations on my face and my chest, so that way you guys can use that as a reference video. Had I done that for this one, it would have taken too long. And you guys, the stain power of this foundation is insane. Like, I would have been scrubbing my chest and my face off, and I wouldn't have been able to go ahead and film the tutorial. So if you guys, again, if you made it this far, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Until next time, bye you guys.